Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is Sanket here, and I'll be breaking down today's market price action. It's a Thursday, January 16th. Let's get into it. As always, we'll be taking a look at broader market analysis, take a look at how the sectors are doing, see what the heat map analysis is telling us, and then we'll take a look at some possible setups ahead. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
As we jump into the market analysis, let's just jump right into the headlines and the numbers for the day. And as you can see that a day like today, it was a mixed price action. You can see that in the percentage change, Dow Jones slightly lower, S&P lower, Qs were lower. So the only thing that was really up today was the small caps, but everything else, oil was down and then gold was up. So as we take a look at the headlines, again, mixed price action across the board. And we had a U.S. Retail sales that were weaker than expected. So we had a majority of the data that's out of the way. But then again, if you just take a look at where we are as far as the market price action goes, we are still undecisive here. So you can see that in this little range there, we have had quite a few big moves in between. And here we are. We had a nice little rally over here, but then again, no follow through. If I take a look at bond market, well, we saw a little bit of a relief, well, a bit of a pullback in the bond yields. Dollar did pull back a little bit. So overall, again, we're seeing the yield sort of pull back. But as we take a look at the equity markets, we are seeing the broader sentiment still sort of lack the enthusiasm here. So as we see a beginning of the year. So I think market still has a lot to work through. This is, again, a perfect example of arrangement price action, and I think that's what we should expect. Now, if we take a look at the NASDAQ, I think NASDAQ kind of looks a little bit more weaker to me. With this candlestick today, it kind of looks like a bear rally to me, where we just made a lower low, but we kind of made a lower high. And I think this is where market do have a bit of a chance to sort of pull back further into the coming days ahead. So I think the tech stocks definitely seems to be the one kind of under pressure here. As we take a look at small caps, you can see that small caps are going sideways. So, this is the markets where I think there's just going to be some sort of air come out of some of the big tech stocks. And that's exactly what you can see in the heat map today. Microsoft was down, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, and Meta. Really, the big names were down. Outside of that, you can see there's a whole lot of green. So again, this kind of gives us a full narrative of where the markets are, when everything was looking red and the tech stocks were pushing the market higher. So it looks like the markets are pretty strong, but it's really those tech big seven stocks that were actually doing really, really the best. And now we're seeing the opposite where, the broader picture seems to be okay, but then you're seeing a lot of weakness in the tech stocks. Now, if you take a look at the advanced decline numbers in the plus and minus 50 MA, you can see that the advanced decline, we're just looking at 60% to the upside, 37% to the downside. So not really a big bullish or bearish day. And now below and above 50 MA, you can see the market breadth still looks kind of horrible here. 36% to the upside, and then still 64% to the downside. So maybe there's a bit of a rotation likely to happen here. But again, we are noticing some relative weakness in growth in some of these tech stocks. Now, where does the outlook goes? Right now we're right in the middle. We are we are right in the middle of that range, above that 20-day moving average, but right below that 50-day moving average. So I think this is a great sort of a market to just focus on relative strength and weakness. Now, as we take a look at our potential trades, I got some bullish setups and some bearish setups. So let's jump into it. So the first one I really like here is ISRG, Intuitive Surgical. You can see a beautiful breakout that happened right here off the resistance at 555. So you can see, an increase in the volume. We got a nice two candlestick upside. So I don't know. This is the one I think I like a bull call spread on this one. Here's the second one, and this is Citi. As you can see, the exact same thing, big breakout onto the upside, and then we're staying strong there. So again, we're seeing a lot of the bullishness, especially in these financial stocks. So we can take a look at, Citi, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, American Express, all of them are kind of doing a very similar thing. Now let's just talk about the bearish ones. So in the bearish one, the first one comes as the Comcast. You can see this thing is just a bit of a fall here. The bases are nice opportunity to sell into. So again, a perfect example for relative weakness. Doesn't matter what's happening in the market. This thing is staying weak. So I like the Comcast at the downside. Here's the next one. Disney nicely rolling over here as well. The below the 20 and the 50 to moving average, making a bit of a bear rally. So I like to set up more further to the downside. And then the last one is the Intuit, and you can see that the same thing. We got a nice little bit of a base over here and breaking lower. So we would like this on a further downside as well. So as far as the outlook goes, again, I think the market like to stay in that range, but I think we just want to focus on relative strength of weakness. And if the tech sector is going to be underperforming here, we need to sort of rotate and look into something else. And again, we are in this earnings season here. So again, watch out for earnings. That's the game plan. Watch out for these markets. And again, strategize based on the market condition. Thanks everyone for joining. See you next one. Happy trading.